wrong for this. Diminish the voices of poor and disenfranchised black folks. Curry favor with white people as one of the good ones who get it, reap the benefits of your proximity to white.
What you talking about, Will?
Kanye West and Candace Owen has totally blown and destroyed the internet by just wearing 2 pieces of clothes saying white lives matter, and some people have been so triggered by that move that they have gotten on Twitter and began to lose their minds. And as for me, I take a neutral position for a number of reasons. I'll share my thoughts with you in a minute, but what I'm gonna do right now is to check out a video from the DC short, The Daily Callers. And these are TikToks that are responding to what Kanye West did. We're gonna take a listen and do some reaction to their perspective of this matter. Let's now get into the heart of this message.
This is a reminder that no one hates Kanye West more than Kanye West hates himself. Because really, with Candace Owens, really, wow, we've reached a new low.
I mean, this picture just really speaks for itself. It's incredibly disappointing. When you have as much influence as Kanye West does, you really shouldn't be playing into right-wing talking points. And again, I'd like to remind everybody that nobody is saying that white people in their lives don't matter.
First of all, your argument is inconsistent with reality. Kanye West's influence has nothing to do with his political position. And again, I'm all for free thinking. Who are you to tell Kanye West who to vote for? Whether Kanye West chooses to go along with the right-wing talking point, that is his decision, not yours. And for people to think that because a person is dark, black, or influential should only vote Democrat, you are insulting people's intelligence. Some of us can decide for ourselves which party we think is more consistent with our values and perspective. That is not for you to determine. But nevertheless, you're entitled to your own opinion as well.
It's just that black people are actually oppressed in the United States. White people aren't.
You are living in a delusion, my friend. Black people are oppressed in the United States in 2022. Are you serious? And these individuals, they think they are helping black people by being somewhat, I will say, narcissistic compassion that they are displaying, in essence, to show that I am trying to sympathize with blacks because of what they've been through. I can understand your motivation, but when you do check out the stats, when you check out the data, what you will discover is actually not the case. What I'm trying to say is simply this: the real issue in the black community is not oppression. Okay, the real issue in the black community is not racism. The real issue in the black community is immorality.
Yikes.
It's culture. It's wickedness. And if we will address that and repent of these sins, God will bless us. But instead, we want people to sympathize with us and other Caucasian folks who appear to be loving and kind in trying to meet us where we are, but they are continuing the issue that the black community is facing. So leave Kanye West alone. Let's deal with our own issues, okay?
Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, David McAtee, Casey Goodson Jr., Andre Hill.
You're arm in arm with Candace.
You forgot to name some of the whites who were killed as well. You also forgot to name many blacks who were gunned down in their cities by black men. You forgot to speak about the recent hip-hop artist, what is it named, Rock something, who was gunned down in California by another black man. Nipsey Hussle by another black man, and XXXTentacion, another black man. How come when blacks kills black, you guys don't say anything? But if a black man happens to die by the hand of a white man or a police, even though there were other reasons for their deaths, we don't mention these factors. We simply look at them as being oppressed or being discriminated against, or we just call it racist. I can't fall for this.
McAtee, Casey Goodson Jr., Andre Hill,
You're arm in arm with Candace Owens, wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the reason is. It's a miss.
Get over it.
I think some of these people just altogether have so much hatred in their hearts that they don't even realize it. You have an issue with Candace Owens. Why exactly? What has Candace Owens done so wrong to the black community? Please name them. Tell me what Candace Owens has done that is so bad to the black community. Name 2 things. If anything, I think Candace Owens has been building us up. Enough of that political rhetoric, please.
Because she means it, right? But her smile pains my heart. And also, who the fuck are these black people around just letting this happen?
Oh, gosh. These people got issues. TikTok is like, it really is a place where people with mental health, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, but what I see on TikTok is a lot of mental health individuals with a platform where they get to speak about stuff that makes no sense whatsoever.
3 reasons why Kanye is wrong for this. Diminish the voices of poor and disenfranchised black folks. Curry favor with white people as one of the good ones who get it, reap the benefits of your proximity to whiteness.
Nonsense. Nonsense. This has nothing to do. Why don't you ask Kanye West, why did you do this? Instead of you projecting your own perception on his move. Instead, this is what's going on. Kanye is making a political statement showing that he does not agree with Black Lives Matter and the notion that they has been pushing for such a long time. Can you blame him? No. Not only are the stats proving to be true and the finance of Black Lives Matter is corrupt, and a lot of that which they have brought into our cities are more rioters destroying black neighborhoods and causing more deaths in our city, defunding the police, and many other situations has come as a result of Black Lives Matter movement. I am not saying the movement did not start on a positive, maybe it did. But when you do your research, you find out how it is connected to Eric Men and the fascist mentality and how the Black Lives Matter women themselves were trained Marxist.
The first thing I think is that we actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
What did you say?
How can you support such a thing? Who am I to judge?
Dion Flood, Andy Lopez.
She's
Eric
still reading names, but she won't read the names of those black folks that were killed by the hands of other black men.
Garner,
They don't matter.
John Crawford III, Michael Brown Jr., Ezel Ford, Laquan McDonald, Tamir Rice, Natasha McKenna, Walter Lamar Scott.
Some white folks couldn't exist, not even for a moment, in a world where whiteness wasn't the center of attention.
If it weren't for Candace,
Bruh, you're not gonna get through me with this nonsense. That's not gonna work.
Owens, I would almost think he was going for irony. But her looking at him like that and their arms being interlocked, it's too far.
Girl, you don't get it. This is a political stunt. This is an act of protest. They are using Black Lives Matter talking point against them to debase and expose the system for what it is, and to create a level of hypocrisy in the system, because the system is a bunch of hypocrites. That's simply what they're doing. And guess what? Kanye West has every right to express his view, even when you disagree with him.
It's too far gone.
Everything that's in front of you that's as popular as Kanye West is there for a very specific reason. When you see someone like him, you should never think it's an organic event that's occurring. That he has an agreement with these people to perpetuate certain agendas.
You are projecting. You are assuming and saying things and presuming that as if you know what's going on in the heart of Kanye West. Stop acting like a prophet. You're not.
Every black leader, but let's think about it, most of these people are just entertainers. They're not equipped to lead in any way. That you see with such little pushback, you need to understand this is a controlled opposition.
Well, what Kanye West did is working. What Candace Owens did alongside of Kanye West is working. Otherwise, you would not be making these TikTok videos. That was the goal, and it worked, and you fell for it. The best thing we should have done, for those of us who had an issue with what Kanye West did by wearing this White Lives Matter t-shirt, was to ignore it as if he did nothing. But the fact you got online and went crazy about it, it works in their favor.
I'll ignore that.
To give you the illusion of progress of freedom. It's not real.
Elijah McClain, Trayvon Martin, Wendell.
She's still calling all these things. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, go ahead, girl.
James Allen, Sharice Francis, Rekia Boyd, Tamon Robinson, Sharmel Edwards, Chantel Davis.
No context. No context whatsoever at the point of their deaths. We don't need to worry about that. It's the fact they were dark-skinned and they were shot by police. Therefore, they make the list of martyrdom. Fine. Yeah, you can fool some people with this, not me.
Reynaldo Cuevas, Jordan Russell Davis, Melissa Williams, Timothy R. Russell.
Who's also standing side by side with a tool of white supremacy, Candace Owens, very foolishly, very narcissistically, that these two people represent us at all. I mean, the communities of color, the black community specifically.
That's not the point. They're just trying to put forth an ideology. They're trying to make an act of protest. What is so hard about the move that these people don't understand?
They are so out of touch that they thought drawing these two people together and doing this was going to cause some kind of a...
Who are the they you're talking about? The conspiracy theorists, the Republican Party, you know what? The right-wing pundits? Is that who you're referring to? Who are the they that are you talking about? These were two conscientious individuals who came together and say, we are going to do this. This is Kanye West's clothing line itself. She was there as a model, setting an example. There we go. What's the big deal? Get over it. Are you saying that white lives matter? Does it matter? Are you saying that white people's lives are insignificant? In comparison to black lives? Are you saying black lives are more significant than white lives? So if you're not saying that,
Okay, then what are you saying?
An epic moment.
Kanye West, Candace Owens wearing White Lives Matter sweatshirts. At best, it's performative. And at worst, it's offensive.
no, it's not. It's offensive to those who take offense. For me, I thought that was politically a genius move. I was like, okay, fine. They have the right to do what they want. I don't want to say we because I can't include myself in that group. Okay, the black community has been wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirt for such a long time. How do you think some white people felt about it?
I don't care how you feel about your mother.
They were not allowed to discuss, to say anything, to protest. When they say all lives matter, you call them racist. When they say white lives matter, you call them racist. Now, a Kanye West, a black man, alongside of a black woman, wears the shirt, white lives matter. Y'all going crazy. Why? Why exactly? Come on now, give me a break.
Incredibly frustrating. What is your intention in your action? See, is your
Call Kanye West and Candace Owens and ask them. Can't you see and read between the line?
intention to undermine the legitimacy of a movement created upon black and brown people being killed without...
I think you're onto something now. I think you're onto something. But black and brown people being killed is where I kind of have an issue, because it's very obvious that BLM is corrupt. It's corrupt with $80 million in donation.
Are you smelling what I'm smelling?
Yeah, I smell something.
Corruption.
And they are not doing anything that you can look at and say this was good. If you can't look at that and call it out for what it is, it shows that you're not being realistic. You are not being honest. You lack integrity. You think it's wrong to expose evil and call out sin? Come on now.
Without justice?
Give us a break, people. Anyway, this was amazing. That's my thought and perspective to that. And I will say to these individuals who feel some type of way about this wearing of the White Lives Matter t-shirt, get over it. Get over it. It is what it is. Let's grow up.
Okay.
Put it behind your back. It is what it is. So if you have an issue with White Lives Matter t-shirt, well, Black Lives Matter t-shirt and flags need to be taken down as well. Simple as that. Simple as that. we have to be consistent, and I hate inconsistencies. I have no respect for it whatsoever. In the Bible, friends, we are told in Proverbs 25:28, he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Here is my point. In 2022, you find yourself complaining over a t-shirt that 2 people are wearing. It simply shows you lack self-control. I am not saying you can't have an opinion on matters such as that, but I'm saying in Americas today, this goes to show how privileged and how spoiled we are as an individual. Again, the Bible tells us here that we must have rule or control over your spirit. In other words, for people to be broken down so easily by a simple picture, it simply shows that these individuals lack self-control. Now, I'm not saying a picture can trigger. I'm not saying a picture doesn't say 1,000 words. But I'm looking at this country today and I'm saying, these are the things that matters to us nowadays. These are the things that makes us upset. Pictures of people in t-shirt expressing their views. That gets you pissed off. It simply shows you need a change of heart. You really need to calm down.
Calm down, calm down, calm down.
You really need to take a good look within, because there is something obviously wrong with your perception. But I'll leave it as that. Until next time, and as always, remember to look unto Jesus, live by faith. Have a good one. Bye. By the way, like and subscribe. Have a good one.